In the next 20 minutes, you're going to learn 75 phrases that you can use in your daily speech, and these phrases will help you sound fluent and natural, just like a native speaker. Welcome back to J4's English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. First, you're going to learn 25 phrases that you can use in a professional setting, but you can also use these phrases in your daily life. Let's go. Our first phrase. I'm on board with that. This is used when you agree or you want to express your support for a suggestion or an idea. For example, we're on board. We are, the verb to be. We're on board with, that preposition with. We're on board with the new strategy for increasing sales. And don't forget to conjugate that verb to be with your subject and time reference.
I'm on board.
Next, are we on the same page? This is used to confirm that everyone has the same understanding, opinion, or viewpoint. After our discussion, it seems like we're on the same page. We all have the same opinion, understanding, or viewpoint. And to specify what that something is, you can say regarding the project timeline. Don't worry about taking notes because I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. You can find the link in the description. Next, it's a win-win situation. This is a situation where all parties benefit, all parties win. I could say subscribing to J4's English is a win-win situation. I win by growing my YouTube channel and you win by getting all of these free video lessons to help you become fluent. So put win-win, win-win, put win-win in the comments below.
It's a win-win.
Our next phrase, I could ask, what are your thoughts on this? This is used to request someone's opinion or feedback. You can identify something specific and say, what are your thoughts on the new marketing strategy? Remember, you can replace the noun, the new marketing strategy, with this if it's obvious. Next, we need to think outside the box. Have you heard this one? To think outside the box. This is to encourage creative thinking, innovative thinking. If you're trying to solve a difficult problem, you might say thinking outside the box is the only way we'll solve this problem. You need innovative, creative solutions.
All right, everybody start thinking outside the box.
Next, I love this one. Let's circle back to that later. When you circle back to something, it means you stop discussing it now and you suggest that you discuss it later. So you postpone your discussion until later. You could say, we only have 10 minutes left, so let's circle back to this, whatever this is, your discussion about the marketing campaign, thinking outside the box. Let's circle back to this later. Let's postpone it now and discuss it later. Notice the grammar. This is in the imperative. It's often the case because we use this as an instruction or a suggestion.
Let's circle back to Dina.
Our next phrase, we need to prioritize our tasks. If you prioritize something, it means you organize it based on importance and urgency. So the most important or the most urgent at the top of your list of to-dos because it's prioritized. It's the most important. This is a common situation. We don't have enough time to complete everything, so let's prioritize our tasks. I love this one. Please keep me in the loop. Do you know this one? Native speakers love using it. This is used to request that information or updates be shared as they happen. I could say, I'm taking tomorrow off, but please keep me in the loop on the project. Notice grammatically, this is the imperative because I'm giving you an instruction or a suggestion. You can add please at the beginning or the end of the imperative to sound more polite.
Well, good. Keep me in the loop on that.
Next, have they ironed out the details? This is used to ask if something has been resolved or clarified. For example, we need to iron out the contract details before the meeting. And notice that pronunciation in the past simple. Ironed out, ironed out, ironed out. Phrase 10, I'm all ears. This is used to express your openness and willingness to listen. I could say, if you have any suggestions for improving this YouTube channel, I'm all ears. I'm open and willing to listen to your suggestions, and that is 100% true. So please share your suggestions in the comments.
I'm all ears.
Next, let's take a step back. This is when you pause to review a situation or decision. Our marketing campaign didn't work. Let's take a step back. Let's pause what we're doing, working on the marketing campaign, to review it, to make sure it is the right strategy. Let's take a step back. Notice this is also in the imperative for instructions or suggestions. This is a great one. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Use this when you disagree with someone's opinion or statement. Your coworker could say, the marketing campaign didn't work because we didn't think outside the box. You could say, I beg to differ, which means I don't agree. I beg to differ. The campaign was great. It was our execution that failed.
I beg to differ.
Next, I'll cut to the chase. This is when you say your main point directly, without small talk, without additional details. For example, I'll cut to the chase. You're not getting the promotion. Notice grammatically, the expression is in the future simple. I will cut to the chase. I'll cut to the chase, even though the information you're delivering is now. I'll cut to the chase. You're not getting the promotion. This is a great one. Run it by the team first. This is when you share ideas for feedback and approval. I think it's a great idea, but you should run it by Frank first. You should share it with Frank to get his feedback and approval. And why should you do that? Because our next phrase, Frank calls the shots. This is to say that someone is in charge. They have the authority to make decisions. You should run your idea by Frank because he calls the shots. Notice it's the shots. It's always plural.
I call the shots.
Our next phrase, the ball's in Frank's court. This is used to say it's someone else's responsibility to make a decision, in this case, Frank. Maybe you're talking to your coworkers and someone asks you, should we hire Jennifer as our English teacher? And you don't want to make that decision. So you can say the ball's in your court to give responsibility for that decision to someone else. Remember to conjugate the verb to be because it's the ball is, the ball is in your court.
The ball's in your court.
Next, we need to nip this in the bud. This is an important one because it's when you stop a problem at the early stages before it becomes permanent or more serious. Let's say you have a new policy for a dress code, but none of the new employees are following the dress code. So that's the problem, and you want to stop it in the early stages. You want to nip it in the bud. Grammatically, the verb is nip, and to conjugate it, it's nip, nipped, nipped.
You need to nip this in the bud.
This is a great one. It's not my cup of tea. Do you know this one? This is used to say that you dislike something. Public speaking is not my cup of tea, but it's essential for my career. And remember, there are two correct contractions. It isn't, it's not. You can use either one. They hammered out the agreement. This is used to say that something is finalized. As a question, have you hammered out the terms yet? This is commonly used with agreements, proposals, and contracts. Phrase 20, we're swamped right now.
Dr. Kepner, we're swamped.
This is to say you're really busy. We've been swamped since Vanessa quit. The expression is to be swamped. So your verb is to be, and then swamped is always in the ed form. Next, we'll take that into consideration. This is to say you'll consider something. You'll consider someone's feedback, suggestion, advice, recommendation. Now, because I'm all ears, you shared a suggestion with me. You said, Jennifer, I think you should upload videos 3 times per day. I could say, thanks for your suggestion. I'll take that into consideration. Next, we need to think long term. This is used to emphasize the importance of considering future implications and considerations. I could say publishing videos 3 times per day would help my students, but I need to think long term. Is that sustainable for me? I'll become very swamped very quickly. Next, sorry, I'm tied up. This means you're busy and therefore unavailable. You could say, I wish I could help you, but I'm tied up. I'm already busy with something else and therefore unavailable. Now you can specify the something and use the preposition with. I'm tied up with the budget. Phrase 24, let's put our heads together. This is used to suggest the need for collaboration, brainstorming, or more than one opinion, because the opinion is in your head, and if you put heads together, then you have more than one opinion. If we put our heads together, I know we can nip this in the bud. And finally, phrase 25, to play devil's advocate. This is when you consider opposing viewpoints when making a decision. I could say, I think 3 videos per day is too much for me to handle, but let's play devil's advocate. So now I'm going to think about publishing 3 videos per day and think about what that would take, what my day would be like, just to see if it's possible, and that will help me make my decision. Are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, then I want to tell you about the Finally Fluent Academy. This is my premium training program where we study native English speakers from TV, the movies, YouTube, and the news so you can improve your listening skills of fast English, expand your vocabulary with natural expressions, and learn advanced grammar easily. Plus, you'll have me as your personal coach. You can look in the description for the link to learn more, or you can go to my website and click on Finally Fluent Academy. Now let's continue with our lesson. Now you're going to learn 50 common phrases that I use every day in my natural speech. So adding these to your vocabulary will help you sound very fluent and natural. Here we go. First, let's start with some greetings that you must know to understand native speakers and to sound natural yourself. How's it going? How's it going?
How's it going?
This is how a native speaker will say, how are you, to a friend, a colleague, a family member. How's it going? And if 2 people haven't seen each other for a longer period of time, you can add on, how's it going? Long time no see. Long time no see. You could reverse them. Long time no see. How's it going?
Hey, long time no see.
Here's one that native speakers love, but it confuses students. What have you been up to lately or recently? This is in the present perfect. What have you been up to? Up to just means doing. What have you been up to lately or recently? And you can use all of these together. How's it going? Long time no see. What have you been up to lately? You will sound so natural. Now let's talk about how to answer these greetings. How's it going? It's going, and then your adjective. It's going great. Long time no see. You can confirm this by saying, I know. Too long. I know it's been a long time since we last saw each other. I know. Too long.
Been too long.
Now, although what have you been up to lately recently is a long question, generally native speakers will answer by saying, not too much, not too much. And then for all of these, you can add on and you to get the reply from the person you're talking to. Now let's talk about how to say thank you like a native speaker. Thanks so much. Now notice, instead of thank you, I'm saying thanks. You need that S. It is required grammatically. Thanks so much. Thanks a million. Thanks a bunch. These are simply alternative ways to say thank you very much.
Thanks a bunch.
Two of my favorite ways to say thank you are simply by saying you're the best. You're the best. I also say you rock. You rock.
You rock.
So if you want to sound very natural, you can use those two. You could also say, I really appreciate it. Or you could say, that's so nice of you. That's so kind of you. You can use nice or kind, it doesn't matter. So if you're enjoying this video, why don't you show appreciation right now? Use one of these expressions, whichever one is your favorite, and put it in the comments. Thanks a bunch, Jennifer. You rock, Jennifer. You're the best, Jennifer. Put that in the comments to show appreciation for this video and to sound very natural. How about to say you're welcome? My favorite and one that's very common is simply no worries. No worries. No worries at all.
No worries.
You could say happy to help or my pleasure. Or you could say anytime. Notice it's one word, anytime. Anytime.
Anytime.
And I will reply back to your comment saying thank you with one of these natural expressions saying you're welcome in a very natural way. Now, when it's time to say bye, you can say take care, take care.
Take care.
If someone is getting into a vehicle, you can say drive safe or drive safely.
Drive safe.
Now, technically, grammatically, you need the adverb, which is safely, but native speakers use drive safe more than drive safely. So you will absolutely hear both. Drive safe, drive safely. You can say talk soon, or see you soon.
See you soon.
Now let's say someone offers you something like a drink or a piece of cake, but you want to say no, you want to decline it, but you want to do it politely. You can say, I'm good, but thanks anyway. It's nice to add appreciation. I'm good, but thanks anyway.
No thanks, I'm good.
None for me, but thanks anyway. I'll pass, but thanks.
I'll pass.
So definitely add on that but thanks or but thanks anyway to sound very polite. When you're requesting help, you can say, can you give me a hand? Give me a hand.
Give me a hand.
You can say, do you mind? And then you need a gerund verb. Do you mind helping me out? Native speakers like to turn help into a phrasal verb, help out. Do you mind helping me out? One I use a lot is got a sec, got a sec. Sec is short for second, which represents a small amount of time that you can make available for me. Got a sec?
You got a sec?
So let me try these expressions with you. Got a sec? Do you mind helping me out by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing? It would really help me out. Now, if you're offering help to someone else, you can say, need a hand. But notice you do the rising intonation to make it sound like a question. Need a hand?
Need a hand?
Or you can say it as a statement and you can say, I can give you a hand with that. And then you can give them a hand. You can help them out. Or as a statement, you can say, let me help you with that. Let me help you with that. And then you can pick up that heavy box and help your friend out.
Let me help you with that.
It's Friday, so let's talk about the weekend. You can ask someone, what are you up to this weekend? Again, notice that up to at the beginning. What have you been up to lately or recently? And now I'm asking you, what are you up to this weekend?
So what are you up to this weekend?
It's very common to ask, any plans this weekend? And again, rising intonation to show it's a question.
So, do you have any plans this weekend?
I love the expression on the go. Anything on the go this weekend? It's simply an alternative to plans. Now, if you want to arrange social plans, you can ask, are you free? Are you free on Saturday? You can make a statement and say, we should hang out soon. We should hang out soon. Hang out is when you interact with someone socially. We should hang out soon. Native speakers love using the verb grab. Do you want to grab coffee? Grab dinner?
Do you want to grab dinner sometime?
And then you can add your time reference, tonight. Do you want to grab coffee tonight? Now, if you're arranging a business meeting, you can still use are you free? You might add the verb to meet. Are you free to meet? And then a specific time, because a meeting takes place at a very specific time. On Thursday at 2:00 p.m. You could say, I'm available on Thursday at 2:00 p.m. and then ask, does that work? Does that work for you? Or you could ask, what works best for you? What works best for you?
Well, whatever works best for you, Bill.
Now let's say you want to ask for clarification. You could say, sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Sorry, what does X mean? And then X is whatever the word is that you don't understand. Or you could clarify by saying, sorry, what do you mean by X? If you're having trouble understanding someone, you need to be honest. You can say, could you speak up a little? Speak up means speak louder. Could you speak up a little? I'm having trouble hearing you.
Could you speak up, please?
If they're speaking too quickly, you can say, could you slow down a little? I'm having difficulty understanding you.
Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Now let's say you want to confirm understanding of either something you've said or something the other person has said. You can say, do you know what I mean? So you explain something and then say, do you know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Oh, I know what you mean.
Does that make sense to you?
Does that make sense?
Or you can simply shorten that and say, makes sense, with a rising intonation. These two you need to put in your vocabulary. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound good to you? And then native speakers will often shorten that just to sound good with a rising intonation.
Sound good? Sounds great.
There's one idiom you could use, and that's to be on the same page. So you could say, are we on the same page? And this is used to say that you agree or that you have a shared understanding. For example, I could say, J-Force English is a great resource to help you become fluent. Are we on the same page? Do you agree? Do we have a shared understanding? Now, if you do agree, you can say, we're on the same page. We're on the same page, Jennifer. So put that in the comments to show that you agree. We're on the same page.
We're 100% on the same page.
Did you like this lesson? Do you want me to teach you more natural phrases? If you do, then put more phrases, more phrases, more phrases in the comments below. And of course, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And you can keep improving your English with this lesson right now.